Welcome back, and today we're talking about Yashahime Princess Half Demon episode 6. So like always, let's just jump into it. Episode 6 of this anime definitely went down as a cat hating episode. I feel like the creator of this anime doesn't like cats. I don't know if we've seen these demons before back in like Inuyasha. I don't remember them, but dang, they went hard on the cats. Now, before we jump into this episode, let me remind you to like and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel out, and I would greatly appreciate it. But essentially, this episode starts off with the group, Moroha, Setsuna, and Towa. They're trying to get more work, to get money. And of course, Towa wants to find the demon butterfly. So she's talking to the corpse dealer to see if he knows anything about the demon butterfly, where it could be, because she is trying to get Setsuna's memories back and her ability to sleep again, which I have to say, that sucks. I love sleeping, probably one of my favorite things to do. And the fact that Setsuna cannot sleep, I feel for her, okay? She definitely needs to get some sleep. I don't know how long it's been. It's been a lot of years since she's been able to sleep. That sucks. We need to get her to sleep again, okay? We definitely need to get that done ASAP. Now, essentially, the corpse gives a mission or a target for the group. There's a lot of people disappearing over in the mountains close to a village. So the group goes to investigate. That's when they find this little girl. She's kind of starving. She's being neglected by her parents. And once we get to the village, we see why. There's a bunch of cats that are being treated like kings. Everybody in the village seems to be obsessed with all these cats. And whenever the cat came to like Towa, and Towa was playing with it, and there was something wrong with the cats, you could tell right away, because there's no way all these different people in the village are treating the cats so good, but then ignore their kids, like that little girl, right? Like whenever that little girl walked up to her mom, and her mom was like, "Get out of here. I'm all about this cat right now." Absolutely messed up. I knew something was wrong, but this episode is trying to like kind of tell us that Towa does not have a good sense of like smelling out demon energy. She's gonna have to get used to it, because if she doesn't learn that skill, a demon could come up close to her and she won't know, and then she could get hurt real quick, because the demon would not hesitate to attack. So Towa 100% needs to learn how to, smell out demons. It's a good skill to have. But whenever Moroha kicked that cat, I'm not a cat person. Let me just say that right off the gate. I'm not a cat person, but I still felt bad for that cat, okay? I'm a dog person. I feel like that the creator of this anime, he probably hates cats or something, because they went hard on the cats. I mean, the cats were like the main demons. They were destroying and killing all these different cats left and right. I mean, it wasn't even a contest. Setsuna and Moroha were able to dispatch all the cats in the village fairly quickly. Well, at least most of them, because a lot of them were able to run away to the temple, and that's where we see this monk named Juan. Now, Towa is obsessed with him because he looks like a celebrity from Tokyo. His name is Julius or something like that. Who cares? That might be one of his ancestors. But we see that this monk is by himself in this temple, and there's nobody else around. I don't know why there's no any monks, but that is very suspicious. I mean, come on. A lot of people are going missing in the mountains. There's this temple right here that the ghost cats ran away to the temple. Something is suspicious. That should definitely tell you that the monk has something to do with it. And while it wasn't like a huge plot twist, right? Like I knew from the beginning that monk had something to do with the ghost cats. I honestly did not think he was going to be possessed. I just thought he was like a demon in disguise and was just suppressing all his demon energy to the point that Setsuna and Moroha were not able to detect it. And of course, Towa doesn't know how to do it, so she would just be oblivious to it. But essentially, they decide to spend the night, because they can sense the other cat energy, the other demon energy around the temple. So they know it's only a matter of time before the ghost cats come back in and attack, right? So that's exactly what happens. They're fighting the cats again, but they're fighting like the main giant ghost cat, okay? And it doesn't take any damage. They're shooting some of their best attacks. They kill it, but the bones just kind of come back and revive. So they're not really doing a lot of damage. And that's when we kind of see Towa inside of the temple with the monk. And the monk kind of reveals everything, right? He transforms into the ghost demon cat thing. And essentially we learned that long time ago, 300 years ago, give or take, there was a monk that buried the remains of that demon under the temple. And this monk, I guess he was trying to do his job, or he felt bad for the body that was underneath the temple. So he kind of went in there to pray, and that activated the energy from the demon, and he was possessed by the ghost cat. Now that he's possessed, right, there's a dilemma. There's a dilemma. And I like how Towa and Setsuna were arguing about it, because essentially Setsuna was thinking, well, you know, the dude is possessed by the cat. The only way to get rid of it, we have to, you know, kill the demon energy. And the only way to do that is by killing the dude. So Setsuna was 100% ready to go in and, you know, essentially take an innocent life, right? And I know this is, you know, feudal Japan era, a long time ago, where demons existed. So really you can't show mercy, because at any point where you show weakness like that, the demons will take advantage and hurt you and possibly kill you, because they will not hesitate. And we see that Towa is really struggling to do this, right? She's really struggling to kill an innocent person just because that person is possessed by a demon. Now, Miyagi gave us a little hint that, you know, that Inuyasha's old sword, Teseiga, it was able to essentially target only demon energy. Now, they don't have the sword, but of course, I was just telling the viewers that, you know, there is a way to only kill the targeted energy of the demon. That way you don't have to kill the human. So, you know, Towa was able to do that. She activated her jewel inside of her eye. She activated the sword. And it was easy. It was an easy fight. I mean, like, the ghost cat really didn't put a fight. None of the characters were really in danger. So yeah, they were able to take care of the monk, Juan, the demon at least. And Juan was safe. And it was awesome. I mean, Towa wants to get Setsuna's memories back. I love how she said that, you know, she's here to get Setsuna's memories back, and she doesn't want to hurt people that don't need to be hurt. While I don't agree with that, because again, during a whole different era, she could get hurt if she trusts the wrong person. I can kind of see it. She's trying to bring peace into the world, kind of like how it is in Tokyo, right? Like, if you go around just killing everybody that has something to do with demons because they were possessed, it's going to be a violent world. A lot of people are going to die when there's definitely a workaround, right? There is a way to only target the demon energy and save the human that is possessing. So it's good that Towa was able to find a way. That's awesome. Again, I love how she promised that once she gets Setsuna's memories back, she's going to go back to Tokyo. I love that, because I mean, again, her family is over there. Like, I know Sesshomaru is her father, but she never grew up with him. She never grew up with Sesshomaru. She grew up with Kagome's brother. So her family is back in Tokyo, and I'm glad that she's not going to abandon them forever. So essentially, her goal right now is to get Setsuna's memories back and then find a way back to Tokyo. And I'm wondering if, like, Setsuna and Moroha will also go on that trip with her. Maybe they'll stay in feudal era Japan, but kind of go back and forth, kind of like Kagome did. But instead of going back to the old era, they will go to modern day Tokyo. I feel like Moroha would definitely go back a lot of times, because she loves the technology. I mean, she was rocking the music with the, I mean, was it an iPod? It looked like an iPod. She was rocking with the music. She definitely loves the technology, so I wouldn't put it past her to keep going back and forth. Now, the end was actually funny, because we see that Moroha only got 15 mon for that demon cat, and even though it was easy, I feel like this corpse, you know, guy is making a lot of money off of Moroha and only giving like pennies to Moroha for doing all the hard work. Honestly, I wouldn't say this episode was bad, but I wouldn't say it was good either. I would say it was pretty, like, bland, because to me, it felt like a filler episode, really. Like, yes, they mentioned the demon butterfly and stuff like that, but really, we didn't advance the story far. Now, for the preview of the next episode, I am looking forward to it. It seems like we're going to be dealing with one of the Lord demons, so that's going to be great. And on top of that, we're catching up to the timeline, right? Because remember, episode 1, we started off with Towa being captured, and that's what's going to happen in episode 7. So I am looking forward to that and see everything that happens there. But overall, okay episode, could have been better. Honestly, if they wouldn't have aired this episode and would have gone straight to episode 7, that would have been perfectly fine, because the story in this episode really didn't feel like it was canon, right? It felt more like kind of like a filler episode. But overall, okay episode. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this episode. And like always, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode.